looks like shit. No, I'm good. Oh man, hey everyone, CWD Music Reviews here. I'm CWD, and this is going to be kind of a two-parter video. First and foremost, I went to a concert today for my birthday. Happy birthday to me, July 10th, 1994. I am 22 years old. Yay, I live. Gonna stop being stupid for a minute. But I went to the Chastain Park Amphitheater down close to Atlanta. Fantastic venue, by the way. If you're someone that needs like a cool alternative to Lakewood, then yeah, I do definitely check out that venue. It's smaller. It doesn't feel as crowded as Lakewood, and yeah, it's a cool little outdoor venue right there. So yeah, I saw Modest Mouse and Brand New on their co-headlining tour, and I was particularly pleased with how it went. I was particularly pleased with how it went. Modest Mouse started out first. Where I was sitting was on the left side, like way on close to the edge. So anything that was going on the right side of the stage, or the way we're looking, the right side of the stage, our right side of the stage, yeah, I was able to see a good chunk of that. Would prefer to get up front or in the middle, but hey, that's how it goes, I guess. So yeah, Modest Mouse, they did their thing particularly well. One thing I gotta note is that I was not the biggest fan of their latest album, Strangers to Ourselves. I thought it was okay, but in a way, given the fact that they've had much better albums before this one, I feel like that album should probably, in comparison to all the rest of the stuff and what I know Modest Mouse is capable of creating, that album really shouldn't have existed. I don't know. But they did play some songs out of that album, and they were pretty much all the good ones. See if I can jog my memory. They played the Tortoise and The Tourist, which was a cool track there. It was kind of out of place in terms of just a live song, so that was kind of cool. Then they did, of course, We Know, which sounded stripped back in comparison to what the studio album has suggests. As well as a Wicked Campaign. That was a pretty cool track to hear live. They played a couple of tracks off of We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank, which was pretty cool. And of course they played a good chunk of the song, a good bit of songs off of it's my favorite Modest Mouse album, god damn it. Good News for People Who Love Bad News. Sorry. The ones I recognized immediately were tracks like Bukowski, Devil's Workday, and of course they played Float On. We all went nuts when Float On came on. It's a really fun song to play in a live setting, especially with how catchy the chorus and a good chunk of the chords and all that are. What I dug about their set was they were able to like blur the lines between rock and folk music live, which I thought was particularly interesting. Make the best out of the limited amount of members that they have and their touring retinue. That's even the word I'm looking for. But it was cool and all, but what really disappointed me was that there was no encore. None. Like they finished by playing a song off of We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank. It was like that, it was like do, or how does it go? You know, it was just like, there was that refrain, but eventually, something like that. It was a cool and interesting closing track, but I just didn't like how it was the last track, nor like the very last. There was like no encore, and that really disappointed me. In a way, I kind of feel like Modest Mouse at this point are just touring for money, and they're not that invested in trying to maintain their fan base or anything of that nature. I could be wrong, but there's just something kind of obligatory about how it was they did. Although I do have to admit that Isaac Brock's stage banter was kind of funny at points. He was saying something about how right now he's making a living just standing there sweating, and any other occupation that did that would pretty much not be out of business. It's shitty economics. But if you are going to go see Modest Mouse at some point, maybe try seeing them during like a main show, like when they don't feel obligated to fulfill a balanced amount of time with another band, when they're not co-headlining with somebody. I know that's probably what I'll do next time Modest Mouse tours and comes to Atlanta. We'll see though. And then we had Brand New, which pretty much stole the whole show. God, they killed it. They killed it. What I love about Brand New and their music is how immediate and how intricate their performances can be. The technicalities, all the while still maintaining the good idea that they're working on. And that was best demonstrated when they played the first 4 tracks off of The Devil and God Are Raging Inside. Oh, crap, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to show you off like my souvenirs, merchandise. Yeah, whichever. I got The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me on a vinyl and a brand new t-shirt, which was pretty cool. They're both downstairs, and I was thinking about recording downstairs, but my iPad's almost dead, so I had to use a charger. Anyway, enough of that tangent. Yeah, they pretty much killed the first 4 tracks off of The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me, namely Sowing Season and Jesus Christ, or is it just Jesus? I don't listen to Brand New enough times to maintain memory of track names, but I know what certain songs sound like. They played those, and I think they probably played like 1 or 2 others, but again, not really a band I actively listen to, but still particularly a huge fan of in a way. They of course played some off of Daisy. Can't remember the names off the back of my. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, since Daisy's not an album I listen to often. It's not really one of my favorites, so it's not an album I see myself returning to. But regardless, these tracks sounded pretty good. They sounded like very in the moment and particularly well executed live, and sounded much better than the studio versions. I do gotta say that Jesse Lacey's vocals, they seemed kinda cracked, but I think that's to go with the emotion that he puts in as a frontman and a vocalist, which is pretty prominent on Brand New records. I don't know, it just kind of bothered me in a way, but regardless, I enjoyed that. They of course played a good chunk of Deja Entendu. Again, not really clicking with the track names, since not only do I not fully remember track names off of that album, but some of them are just so elaborately long and just I don't know. But they did play the second track off of that album, which was really cool. What is that name? Never mind. And there was another one that they did. It was at call me a safe bet. I'm better than I. That song. That was really cool and emotionally touching. And then there was like a certain point where apparently me and Jesse Lacey share the same birthday. And his wife and his daughter Bowie and his best friend Andy, who apparently fronts some band I'm not familiar with. They all came out and wished Jesse a happy birthday. There was like a cake and everything. I thought that was really cool. Just immediately after that, they played this song called 1996 that's apparently available on cassette in their merch store, and I thought it was a pretty cool song. I'm pretty sure it's new, or it's just a B-side that they had and they decided to start bringing it to light, or it's just a new song, I don't know. But it worked particularly well. So it looked like the show was about to end, but we all demanded an encore, so we got an encore. And they played pretty much my favorite song off of Deja Vu, Crack the Skye. Him and his best friend Andy pretty much did like a vocal duet of this track. Messed up a little like at some points, but still it ended up going particularly well. It was in good humor. Then the band all came back, and it was Jesse, Vincent. By the way, Vincent, fantastic guitar player, fantastic performer. Just watching him go is something to behold. So, if you ever get to see Brand New, then you'll definitely get an idea of what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, the band all came back and they did their newest song, "I Am a Nightmare," which actually sounds better live than it does like on a single. Because when I first heard the song, I was like, I don't know about this, but a few more listens, I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool, but it's even cooler live. So there's that. And then they got the last song they played that night, which was some kind of medley or tricked out version of Ta-Ta or something of that nature. It was quite interesting and fantastic. That was just a sight to behold visually and in terms of auditory entertainment. Yeah. But yeah, that was really wild, especially how it just kind of climactically just glides out as Vincent and Jesse are like ripping off flowers off of the stands and throwing them into the crowd and then just storming off with Brand New 2000 through 2018 just on the screen. I don't know if they are actually going to break up. I assume they are. But I really want a new album before they do. And I'm really looking forward to a new Brand New project if it drops in the near future. I hope it comes out this year. I'm tired of waiting. But yeah, that's the co-headlining tour. If they are going to be in your neighborhood, if they're going to be anywhere near your neighborhood, your state, go ahead and check out this co-headlining tour. You'll probably like Brand New more than Modest Mouse, but regardless, it's definitely a tour worth going to. They're definitely both bands that you definitely need to check out. Not just in terms of, live performance, but also their studio material. So yeah, that's the bulk of this video. I also want to just give like a channel update. Channel is still existing. It's just kinda in the procrastination stages of more reviews coming out. I've got Baffle Ashes recorded. I still need to get a Blood Orange review recorded. I still need to get the Avalanches review recorded. Schoolboy Q, gotta get that recorded. Bad Bad Not Good, gotta get that recorded. Gotta get Inter Arma recorded. Definitely gotta get a good deal of album reviews recorded before July ends. I also have my favorite album. I also have my favorite albums of June recorded. Gonna go ahead and get that out at some point in the near future. Maybe after I upload this video. And I'm also procrastinating my top albums of the mid-year because I'm not sure how I'm going to put it together. I tried recording one, but it felt like it ended up being way too long. But got that going for the channel. Gonna have those up and going at some point. So be patient. Alright, CW Music Reviews here, signing off.